On YouTube.
Hi guys, hello YouTube. I know you guys have been sat waiting. Thanks a lot. 45 people. Let me know if you can hear me, guys, while we chat. Before we start, I don't want to start talking and nobody can hear me. Just let me know.
He's just checking his audio.
Yeah, we've got Ian here. We're
Hola.
about to start. Brilliant. How we doing, guys? Just give me a shout if you can hear me. Somebody just say we can hear you.
Yes, Katie.
Brilliant.
Katie, you're a blessing.
Sounding good. Thanks, guys.
You really are.
Brilliant.
Very much.
Cheers. Right then, we are now live.
Okay.
Here, and we are at Roche Abbey. We are going to give here, and we are at Roche Abbey. We are going to give you a visual tour. We're going to give you some stories about the Abbey. We're going to give you, ghost stories and alleged hauntings. So tonight is going to be absolutely fantastic. Brilliant. So please let everybody know that we are on. Ian is on his Facebook page live. I am on my YouTube channel. Please go and find Iain Lawrence on Facebook and, join his group.
So you've
That's
got
it.
both perspectives tonight. We've got lots of ghost stories, we've got lots of spooky stuff, technical information, the history of the Abbey and all kinds of wonderfulness. And it's going to be really, really exciting. I'm looking forward to working with Phil tonight. I've been looking forward to this ever since he said we were going to do it.
That's it. We've been down here for about an hour. We've just been chatting between ourselves, and it's been it's been good. We've realised we've got more in common than we originally thought. So it's all good. Hi guys, thanks for jumping on.
The way
How
we're
we
going to
doing?
do this is we're going to start here at the top of, if anybody's been to Roche Abbey, we're at the top of the road where the gate is, which goes down into the Abbey. For those who haven't been and seen Roche Abbey, we're at the top of the Abbey where the gate is that goes down into the Abbey, so it really makes no difference. But we're going to start here, and I'll just explain to people that where we are now, the road was put in, the cobbled path, after the disillusionment of the monastery, and so people could take all the monastery bits out, the roofs and the tiles and the wood and the lead and everything else could be easily taken out of the monastery this way. Should we tell them about the ghost story about the bloke who got clonked on the head and buried next to the road?
Go ahead, let them know.
This is good, this, isn't it, to get both perspectives like this?
Yeah, we're on.
Okay, well, what happens is you put yourself into that little space back there, Victorian times, maybe a little bit early, and you've got a pub at the side of the road. You know the one with the little stone pub with the smoke coming out of the roof. Right, a gentleman who's got a little bit of money. They can tell he's got a bit of money because he's got a little walking stick with a little silver head on it, like a greyhound or something like that. And your normal bloke won't have something like that. So these two wrong-uns in this pub getting drunk see him walk in with his walking staff, and they figure he's got some cash in him, so he has a few beers and he starts walking off away from Maltby, and he comes down as far as Gipsy Lane.
Gypsy Lane. Okay.
All right. So he turns down Gipsy Lane, and he's just as good. So you can try this out if you want. You walk down to the bottom of Gipsy Lane, and just at the bit where it bends round at the bottom to go to where people normally go, without climbing over this fence, into Roche Abbey. They jumped out, they clonked him over the head, and sadly they killed him. They took all his belongings, they took him off the path from the road, and they buried him there. And to this day, a white figure of a man is seen down at the bottom bend of Gipsy Road, wandering around there in his ghostly state. So you've had your first ghost story. So if you want to go down there at some point, be careful, because there's no path and you might get knocked down. But when you get down there, as you're walking around, you may have a sense, smell, feel, could do some EVP work down there, the apparition of a ghostly man. Shall we frequent forward?
Right then, we are going to make our way to the ruins. So before we start, I would like to welcome every single one of you. I appreciate every single one of you watching. Please leave a thumbs up, and if you're new here, please subscribe to this channel for more live content and such like. So we're going to head down to the ruins. So shall we
now that I've
go?
put this big security light on my forehead, can I point out to people that when I'm down here normally, I don't use one. I normally walk around in locations like this totally blind to myself, so to speak, utilising the natural ability of my eyeballs.
Brilliant. Yeah, so Iain is trying to get me
Let's turn around
hooked.
so you can see where you're going.
Iain is trying to get me hooked on this idea of walking around in the dark.
You can do it, mate.
He's selling the idea to me, but
We're going to be doing it
if we're going to
tonight,
do it, oh yeah, I don't mind that. I don't mind sitting in dark, but I don't like the idea of let's have 7 hours sitting in the dark. And I suppose that is when your senses are at your most heightened, if you know what I mean.
They certainly are indeed. Because if you can't see your eyes, then your brain's got more functionality to your other peripheral senses, hasn't it? And that's when you
Definitely.
start thinking you're seeing things or whatever it is that you're doing.
Thanks for jumping on, guys. 169 people, 71 likes, brilliant. This is going to be a very interesting night for you guys. I'm sure you will all leave tonight with a little bit of knowledge. We're going to do some ghost hunting as well, see if we can get any responses using the devices. It's going to be absolutely brilliant for you guys tonight. I'm extremely excited to work with Iain. It's first time I met him, I thought I'd love to work with this guy, and here we are.
Hello everyone, you said hello to people on the
No worries, mate.
Facebook. We've got, what is it, 20, 29, 13, is that 29 or 39?
39.
39 people!
Hi,
Wonderful.
guys. So,
now this is on the right hand side, this is the farmer's gate. And he's got a couple of cameras there, so we'll move swiftly along because this is a private road at night time. Now you'll see here, can you see, come hither down here, can you see, this is cobbles, this is where the old road starts. This is the road which was put in after the disillusionment, so they could take away everything in the abbey. And people used to say, well, if it's just going to get stolen, I might as well have some of it. And these are people who used to get on really well with the monks. They used to like go down here and take mass. You know, Robin Hood used to apparently take mass down here, mate.
yeah.
All this
So
used to be
these
done-
rocks, what are on the floor? What age are we talking? Are these the original stones?
I'm not sure. These will have been taken from this local area. These are not from the monastery. These will
No.
have been taken.
So
from the
what
local area.
do you know any idea of the date of these?
16th century.
16th century.
Yeah, I would
Okay.
say. Like that.
So this is a road what was built to take things, like stones and things from the abbey.
Yeah,
get it out.
basically when King Henry VIII turned around and said that there's a long story behind that. I'll not bore everybody. We all know about King Henry
Yeah.
VIII and the fact that he wanted to get married to a younger lady, and because he'd been married so many times, he had to change the church. That's why we ended up with Church in England, and he basically made his own rules, and he decided that he was going to get rid of all
them
the
all down.
monasteries.
Yeah, pull them down. So this
Yeah.
is, this is the ruins of his destruction.
That's right. We're not going to go straight down. I'm going to take you to Witch's Drop at the top. It's not something I normally do, but there's an urban legend and folklore of this wood here. The local people say that if you go in here walking your dog, all right, you're going one day and walk it down a path one direction, and then the next time you go to walk your dog down here, it seems as though the path's moved and the trees have changed direction and all this kind of business, and they tend to get lost. So this is called Witch's Wood. And the reason
Witch's
it's called
Wood.
Witch's Wood. And it's called Witch's Wood. So in that way.
Yeah.
Do you want to go first? I'll go first.
I follow you, sir, because I'm new to this. So, well, this area anyway.
Because it's the wood at the top of Witch's Drop. And Witch's Drop was where they used to throw witches off. And if they survived the fall, then they would take them over and drown them.
Okay, guys. So what's it called again, Iain?
Witch's Wood, sir.
Witch's Wood. We're heading into what's being dubbed Witch's Wood. And what happened?
Some bits of wood.
Okay, and they used to throw alleged witches
Off the top. And we're
Off
gonna
the
go
top. to the bottom. Now that's a big nasty drop. Now what's this stone here?
This is the top of the right. Do you know when you go into the gatehouse?
Yeah.
When you go to the gatehouse, just over there, when you go to what we class, we'll cover the gatehouse in a
Yeah.
bit, but it's the second gatehouse which is still standing. Well, at the top of it, this is all the buildings that were at the top of that gatehouse, because when I talk about upstairs of the gatehouse. That's
Mhm.
where they used to have all the meetings. This is the area at the top where they used to have all the meetings.
Yeah.
But it's just over that hill over there. But
Right.
we all having a nice time, people. I can't see thumbs go up, but just put me a thumbs up if you're having a nice time.
So we have got some information already for you guys. I'm
Great.
just going to sort my light out because it's blinding me. Okay. So there is some information for you. Okay.
Shall we move forward?
Move on forward.
So this is the path, which apparently, according to locals, changes direction.
Okay.
To our right hand side, people out there on Facebook to your left, but it is actually right because this selfie camera is back to front. So to your left, my right, is the drop straight over the edge of the rock face. And I camped up here some time ago so that I could get a closer and more personal experience of this abbey at night on my own. And why do we have, why do, Phil, why
What?
do we do these things on our own sometimes, do you remember?
Because there's no, what's the word? Contamination
Yes,
from other people.
that's right. And also,
See,
if
I'm
you
learning.
imagine-
I'm learning these things, guys.
If you imagine that you've got to go into a pub and you're going to go talking to people in this sky,
Yeah.
carefully a Phil, because if you fall over it's about 100 foot.
Yeah.
If you go
So we
to a
don't
pub
want
and you go
that.
to talk to somebody, would you rather talk to one person or a group of people? So I would personally like to talk to one person if I was shy, so that's why I do a lot of these things on my own.
Definitely. So there's a bit of a crazy drop down there.
Can you hear it? Is it this one? Yeah, I think it is.
Thanks for sticking by, guys. It's going to be a great show tonight.
Don't forget to share it, everybody, so everybody gets to know.
Okay. Ian didn't inform me that we were walking down a side of a
It's
mountain.
exciting, everybody.
Ooh. Here we go.
Okay, so this is where I camped in my sleeping bag, in my bivvy bag. Just be careful down here, Phil.
Yeah, steady.
These rocks here, I slept down there, and right at the side of me is a great big drop straight down.
So Ian is telling us how where he slept
And
when
over
he
there,
come down here on his own.
that's the abbey.
So-
Straight over. So when we go down and I show you Witch's Drop, we are now at the top of it now.
So is this where you slept?
Just there.
Just here? You slept
I
here?
slept in that space there in a bivvy bag
Yeah.
so that I could see out over the abbey at night, and if anything spooky or horrible would happen, it would have happened to me here, because this is where they apparently threw the witches off. So they stand them at the top, they chuck them straight down there. You can't see because that tree, but it goes down about, we'll say about 100 foot, something like that, to the bottom. And if they survived the drop, there was seen to be a witch, so they drowned them. That is the story. It's urban legend and folklore, continuous information,
So
stories.
you guys might be able just to see the ruins in the distance. Okay.
Well, you can look, you can see it. So that's how high up we are. But we'll show you from the bottom and all, what was where we're at.
So we're not climbing down here, are we?
no,
from here,
no,
no.
no, you're all right. No, you're all right, Phil.
Okay, panic
But this,
over.
if I can just continue, this rock here, in the Dark Ages, said to have been used for sacrificing animals, which is why I had to sleep on top of here. All right, to pick up on any of the animals or anybody who died at this point. All right, which was interesting. It's certainly interesting up here when you're just in a sleeping bag on your own. Oh, look what I've found.
What you found?
I don't know, it looks like an animal's eyeball.
Let's have a look.
It's not really. It's a marble.
A marble?
I've taken that with me. That's wonderful, is that?
Marble?
But when I went up here, it's marvellous.
Why would a marble be up here?
I don't know, it's marvellous. I found loads of rubbish down here at home, and I put loads of rubbish in bags and cleaned it all up. So my little way of giving something back.
Brilliant
We're going
stuff.
then, so we're going back up onto the top.
We're just heading back up to the top. So what we've done, we've shown you where the alleged witches have been thrown off the cliff.
Everybody working together like this.
So, stand by, guys. There's more to come of this. So I've got to get back out here. So
Lee's on.
is Lee on?
Lee's on. Hello, Lee.
How you doing, Lee?
Thanks for helping me out, by the way, you two. I've got two.
Hi, Lindsay and all.
So take your time as you're coming up here. So what I do during at night I'd paste it, so every 2 hours I'd get out my sleeping bag and I'd come up onto here, walk around Witches Woods if you could experience anything in these spooky woods. Alright, and then I'd go off down the Abbey like we're going to do now.
Brilliant. So we're making us way to the Abbey now, guys.
Right, so we're walking through Witches Wood now. I will just bring the light off to trail those people. So I can't actually see where I'm going, so we're going to check. Oh, I can now. Thanks, Phil.
Here we go.
Ever so exciting. But I'll be doing this with no lights on. I'd never use a torch. But when I'm camping at night...
Health and safety fruit winded here, Ian. Look at that.
Totally. So even at night when I'm camping, I don't use a torch at all. So it retrains my brain to be able to utilise the rods, the ducts in the back of my eye, so that I can utilise natural light. That big glow behind me, by the way, that's Phil.
Yeah, this menacing figure.
But a very smart one with very nice hair, apparently.
Yeah, and yeah, we're okay. We're heading back down. Okay, we're just coming back out now, guys.
So, turn around. Sorry everybody, I just blinded you. Let's do it again.
Thanks everyone who's just joined. We're just having a little hunt around the area, explaining local places and things like that. Please leave a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. There is more to come.
I've got 47 people on this.
Is that a record?
Yes, it's the most fish I've ever had. So now we've come back from Witches Wood, alright, which goes all the way down to where the caves are, where prehistoric man was, the signs were found.
So, say that again.
Way down there, we'll show you, but at the end of the Abbey,
Yeah.
there's some rocks. It's like
Some
a cave area, like an overlap.
So they've said that historic.
They've been finding animal bones and stuff in past.
Yeah.
Which tells us that people have actually for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years have been sort of sheltering in there and eating and all that kind of stuff.
Right. Tons and tons of history for you guys. I will say that there will be some ghost hunting, i.e. paranormal investigating soon, so please stand by. We're just going to give you guys a little bit of a history. You know, we did say this is what's going to happen when we advertised this, so it's going to be a visual tour, ghost stories, and there will be some paranormal investigating.
And it's good when you can sort of map it all in, isn't it?
Yeah, like I say, there's things I don't know.
Yeah. It's always difficult to get environmental factors out here. For example, I always keep going on about the natural ion count, temperature fluctuations, humidity. It's pointless down here because they're constantly fluctuating all the time. So what I've brought with me tonight is the dictaphone, which I'll come to that in a minute, but the dictaphone, the natural trifield meter and the Geiger counter will show relevance of having them down here. But the audio down here is a nightmare because the river and the stream create natural white noise, and I don't really like white noise because it's got all the octaves. So it's difficult for anything to be sort of verified because there's so much noise with the white noise. Anybody, if you're out there, look up pink noise and brown noise. It's called pink sound and brown sound. I'm not going to tell you what it is. You can go research that one.
We're just heading down to, where are we heading to now, Ian?
Down to the area of the first gatehouse.
First gatehouse.
I'll turn my light off.
So we're heading to the first gatehouse. Turn my light down a little bit. Okay.
So normally when I'm walking down here, this is all I would see. Black. But I can just in a peripheral vision, due to the infrared ability of my eyes, I can just see a little bit of the edges. Other than that, it's totally black.
Thanks for jumping on, guys. Who we got here then, guys? Oh, we've got Lee and Lindsay. They've jumped on here to say hello. Really appreciate it, guys. Tonight is going to be a very good night. I've been excited for this all week. I'm not going to lie. It's been... Yes, it's been very... Yes, I've been looking forward to it.
Okay, I'll wait for you till we get down here so we can just cover this area.
Hi Tracy. Hi James.
You see, Phil's talking to people on us, and I'm ignorant. Apart from that, I've got to get it at a certain distance so I can read what's being said.
Okay, what we're going to do, guys, for people who can't quite hear Ian, is we're going to settle down. We're going to get down into the ruins, and we're going to settle down, and then we're going to, you know, let everybody know what we're doing so we can hear, because Ian's a little bit in front of me.
I'll slow down.
So Ian is live on his Facebook group, Iain Lawrence Paranormal. You know, on Facebook, head over there. Join his group for more.
Make sure you know it's I-A-I-N.
Yeah, it's I-A-I-N. Have you heard the owls?
Yeah, miles. Right, ladies and gentlemen, you see where this car park is just here? Well, there used to be a gatehouse just here, but it's one of the first things that went. All right, so this is one of the first things that sort of disappeared at the disillusionment. All right, so this would have been the gatehouse. Now, I found out today that there was a suicide down here in the trees up there against the rock face, adjacent to this location. It's the first time I'd found out about it, and that's the way we find out about these things. We have to ask, and it comes from local people. I was saying to you, weren't I, earlier, Phil, about, let me just turn this lamp off a sec, and I'll turn you guys round. What I usually do, or what I generally do when I'm doing research, is I'll get some pieces of A4, I'll fold them over, and I'll staple them down the back, and I'll just write on the piece of paper, do you have any information of local ghost stories and strange experiences, etc., etc., in this local area? And I'll put them into pubs, working men's clubs and local places, community halls and that kind of stuff. And then I'll go and pick them up. And sometimes you'll get people who write sporadic stories, etc., etc., which is one-offs. But every now and again, within like a 5-6 mile radius, you'll get the same story recurring. And these are urban legends and folklore, which aren't particularly well known. I did this at Castleton, where I did the Castleton Ghost Tour, and down at Wunwell Woods and all this. So what you can do, those experiences have been spread around your local area, and they become local folklore and legend. And that's how you keep them alive. And we've got to keep passing these stories. They've got to be passed from generation to generation, because as time's gone by, if these things aren't written in books, they get lost into the distance of time. So it's important for us to keep reiterating these stories like we are doing now, all right? So nobody really knew about this hanging in this location, this suicide, but I found out about it. But now I've passed it on to you guys. Now you know, so you know that at the first gatehouse, the car park, there was hanging next to the rock face, the suicide.
Right.
That's how we do it.
So where we're heading now? So this would have been the location of the first gatehouse, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, and they've knocked it down.
They took it away. Yeah.
They've took it away.
They decided that.
So imagining this rock would be.
Oh yeah, this is the gatehouse.
Yeah, this is like.
It's been brought in, but
Yeah.
definitely over here.
This would be rubble from
Well, this is where I was when I first saw.
So this is now the car park, isn't it? What they use.
That down there, Phil, is the original entrance.
That's where I normally walk into down here. That's the entrance, and that is where that's like a stone path, isn't it?
It's an
through
old
there.
stone path that goes all the way down to the road, the bend, where I told you about the haunting of the guy who got murdered. Mm-hmm. So that's the relevance there. And then you can imagine for them to take all this stone and lead and tiles and wood out of there to walk it all the way down to the bottom of there, to take it all the way up the hill would have been a pain. Yeah. So what they did, they just dug into the rock face here and they created this cobbled path which went up and took it straight onto the main road.
I did wonder why all this rock was here.
That's right.
You know?
Some more rock faces up there.
Yeah.
But when we get down to monastery, I'll explain about the history of the monastery and where they came from and who it were who built it and blah blah blah.
So where's our next location?
Now we'll go from imagine you're here now, you're going back to the 12th, 13th century, you've got a Abbey, like 12th, 13th, 14th centuries when it was its height. So you're not feeling very well, or you're on your travels, you come up against a gatehouse just here. All right, let me just turn this round. So you come up against this location just here. Oh, I'm slightly turning it around. Bear with me, everybody. I'm getting there. technical difficulties. You don't want to turn around. Oh, I might have got it that time. Yes, there we go. So you turn up at this place and you've got like, imagine the big wooden doors and you've got the little hatch in it and it's sort of bang, doom, 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 doom on the big door. Then the hatch opens and it says, what do you want? That would have been the porter. So you've got this bloke comes to the door and it depends whether he lets you through this gatehouse down into the other gatehouse. He's the one who makes the decisions. I'll show you where he used to live in a minute. So we used to go from here and we used to walk down. So you'd open the gate, you've got your big gate where your horses and carts went through, then you'd have a side gate on the side of it where you would walk through. So let's turn around now.
So this would be a big gate. We're knocking on the door.
A gatehouse, but it looks like this one.
Right. So we're knocking on the door and we're going through.
We're going through. Now we've gone through the first gatehouse.
So we've gone through the first
The
gatehouse.
porter's in front of us now. Imagine that there's a monk. It's a Cistercian monk in white robes walking down in front of us.
Yeah.
Because
So-
we've come up with some bizarre reason why we
So
need to
the
be here.
monk will have greeted us, would he?
Yeah, because we've told him that we're going to buy some. We're going to give him some plums.
All right.
All right. So for whatever reason,
So we are making. And what would this have looked like through
this
the
would have
gate?
been a cobbled road.
This would have been a
path.
cobbled road,
Indeed it
right?
would.
Okay.
You can see the original wall on the left-hand side.
So there would have been no walls, you think, at
Not
either
on the
side?
right-hand side, no.
Just the cobbled. Yeah, I get it.
As far as I know, anyway.
Yeah,
But
well,
between-
you can see it because there's a river down there, isn't
Yeah.
there?
So between that gatehouse and the gatehouse ahead would have been hovels. We all know what hovels are. Like little buildings and shacks which are just sort of makeshift, a little bit like my magic shed at the back of my house. So, and I'll show you where they were. This is fascinating.
So we're
Not many
taking you
people know
to the
this.
second gatehouse. This is still with us. This hasn't been removed. This is still here. Okay.
We're going to head up to the hovel. And this is where people would have lived at the side of here. They would have like sort of, I don't know, dealt with things for the monks and such like, the people within this area, between these two gatehouses.
So just give you a little brief update. So we have gone from the first gatehouse. We've gone through that gate. Imagine that there's a gatehouse. Imagine there's a gate. We've gone through that. We've gone up a cobbled road.
And we're going to go up to the hovels now, mate. Here we
And then we're now approaching the second gatehouse.
go. Hovels.
Hovels. Hovels. Okay, hovels.
So you've got to imagine these roughly dressed people, dressed in shabby, ripped, dirty clothes, etc., snotty noses and little kids running around with no clothes on. And they would live, imagine this here, can you see this? Underneath this rock face, it's been cut out,
Yeah.
and you can see inside there, see these little walls, they would be living inside here. So you can imagine this as it is here,
Oh yeah, I can
you
see.
see it? So inside here,
So
would-
that wall there, looks like it's all cemented up.
that would have been a wall of like a little hovel. And then a
Oh,
hovel here,
right.
and another hovel. And then up here, look, you see that little ridges?
Yeah.
The roof would have been pitched underneath that to stop the rain running down into the
Yeah.
hovel. So to come down, the roof would come out here, and then so you get your hovel building. See all these walls here?
Yeah.
You got a wall in there as well, so the roof would come over.
Right.
And it goes all
So
the way up.
so you can, if you guys can see, so this is evidence, of where people used to
Live.
Live.
Yeah, house.
live. This is the original stonework.
And it goes all the way down
So
there.
that is absolutely fantastic, guys.
Like that.
If that's fascinating. That's something I didn't know.
And this comes from hunting around. You know, there's supposed to be, what I call it, jewels and,
Yeah.
and golden crosses and stuff still down here from when one of the monks ran off into the woods or somewhere. And
Might have got a jewel earring. No, it's a bit of glass.
oh no, I've got a marble.
Bit of a joke here for you guys. Oh God, nearly broke my neck. Right, and are we going to the second gatehouse now?
Yes.
Okay. What we've done, guys, is we've taken you to the hovels where people used to live, which I never knew was there, which is absolutely fantastic. I hope you guys are enjoying this. I know people would have jumped on here to see an actual ghost hunt. This is coming. This is coming. We want to give you guys a visual tour of Roche Abbey, and we want to, give you a little insight into what's happening, and then we can actually start getting the devices and making contact, see if we can get any contact with anybody, any lingering spirit or anything. So let's carry on.
somebody's just put a connection as to what a hovel was. Okay, so here we have the second gatehouse. Now, if you're walking up to this, imagine that it's got big wooden doors on it again.
Yeah.
And as you go in, on your right-hand side is where the porter would have lived. He's got his own little door, so he can come out and go to the first gatehouse or whatever he's doing. Now, in here, posh people and people who had horses and carts, etc., would bring them through here. They'd open these big gates and they'd allow all the cattle in. All right, so the cattle would be kept in here.
Right, so I'll just tell these guys on YouTube. So this gatehouse here, there would have been a wooden door on here. Yeah?
Yes. This
Wooden door?
big door.
Okay. So you would... So imagine we're knocking on this door. We want to come in.
Ding, ding, ding.
Ding, ding, ding.
Well, but if we go through that side,
Who-
we'll come down with Porter.
Who would greet us?
Porter's already with us.
Porter. Right, we're going through. So we're going through into this still existing gatehouse.
Yeah, so we walk inside, and on the right-hand side, there's another big wall, this sort of thing in that space there. And the porter will live in this area.
Okay.
Here, and that would be his door.
Right.
So all this other area here would be for animals and cattle.
Right, so what you're saying is that who used to live here?
The porter.
The porter used to live here.
Yes.
Right? The porter
That was
used,
his door.
and that was the door. His door, the porter's door. And where we're saying the animals were?
All over here, all this area.
And what would be in this section here?
I don't know, maybe camels. I don't know, it depends what they are.
I know, yeah, obviously you're not going to know the location, you know, as though you were living in the time, but
Horses.
we'll say horses. We'll say horses.
There's horses are walking.
And okay, then, so we're going through here.
And then these areas here would also be sort of blocked off by wooden doorways.
Yeah.
But this door here, which is rather interesting,
So, okay, so this door here,
takes us upstairs onto the roof, where do you know when we're at the top and we're looking down? I said, that's where it goes up
oh
to.
yeah, oh look, can you see the little, like where we put a candle or something? Would you have put a candle or
Yes,
something
that's
in
where
there?
there's a candle here. Or they could have put an ornament on a cross or...
Yeah.
But you can see the steps where
The
they would have
original
got up onto the
steps.
roof. And the roof, that's where they would have met posh people or important people from outside the monastery. And they would have
Hundreds
had
and
meetings.
hundreds of years old, this place. Yeah, you guys, I am absolutely loving this. I'm in my element with this, guys, because I like to know the history. It always helps knowing the history
Well,
when
because
you're...
if you capture something, if you can
Yeah,
relate
because
to
you
something.
want to know who you're talking to.
Yeah, that's right. You can make a relation to the location.
So, yeah, it's a very shame that people's come down here and carved names and things
Always
like
gonna
that.
happen. Always happens. So should we move on? We're going to do some stuff here before we move on.
No, what we'll do, we'll give these guys
Tour.
a tour,
And then we'll come back and do some stuff.
and then we'll come back and do some, get the equipment out, and then we'll do it. Because
What we're going to do is equipment out.
not yet.
That sounds all
We're-
wrong, that there.
No, what we're doing is we're going to continue the tour. Please stay with us. I know people have come on here to watch a ghost hunt and things like that, but I'm doing something a little bit different. I want you guys to know the history of this, and then we'll get the equipment out, and then we'll try and make contact. So,
There's some more steps just there. Look, the steps would have also gone up there onto the roof. And up there, right up on top, is where we were looking down on. Up there, up on...
so there's more steps here, yeah, Ian?
Yeah, they've gone up there, can you see them?
Yeah.
And they would have gone up onto the roof as well. So that's the external steps and the internal steps.
Right, and
that's
what would
all
have been above us?
That's up there, up on top of there. It's all been
So
taken
that's
away now.
that's a second floor. Oh, well,
Yeah,
the first
so it would
floor,
have had walls
technically.
and a roof on and everything else. But the
Right.
disillusionment, it was easy to take that because it went straight out up onto the top there. So they didn't have to go up the path.
Okay. This house here is Victorian, isn't it?
It is indeed.
Victorian house. And
Well, apparently-
it's people living in that.
Yes. Apparently, the stone isn't from the monastery.
Yeah.
It's been brought in from somewhere else.
So what we've got now, guys, is we've got a Victorian house in this thing.
Should we go and tell them a ghost story of this?
Yeah, tell them a ghost story of it. I'll turn my lights off so I'm not shining directly in the house.
Yes, that's a good
Because they might not... I'll just... Okay, guys, there's people actually live in this house, so I will stand back because I don't want them to have a shock of their life when I'm staring through a
The
window.
downstairs is used by English heritage.
Oh, so it's upstairs
Yeah,
people are living, right?
Ladies and gentlemen, okay. Imagine way back in the day, Victorian times, if you were to get caught pregnant and you were out of wedlock, if you weren't married, it was shunned on a little bit, Philip. So people used to sort of either hide the fact or it were really, really bad. You were chucked in workhouse or whatever. Now there was a lady here who worked as a cleaner or a house hand or whatever it was. Basically, it was like a slave, really. They didn't really get much. She became pregnant to someone down in the village, apparently. And then she came up here, she had the baby. Then she came up here, she went up these stairs. These here, look, you go in there, you go up the stairs. And then she went upstairs into the attic. She killed the baby, and then she hung herself. And to this day, people have said that they can.
And what year was this?
I don't know.
But, roughly.
Well, you're talking Victorian times.
Victorian times. So what's happened? A lady's lived here with a baby.
No, she didn't live here. No, she was working for the people who lived
Oh,
here.
working for the people. She fell pregnant, and what did she do? She killed the baby.
She killed the baby and then hung herself.
Killed the baby and hung herself. Another potential spirit, which could be here.
I was here. I came down with a group of people, and we were stood over there, and we could hear what sounded like a baby crying. Now it could have been a baby crying, or it could have been a cat. A lot of people say it could be a fox. No, a fox sounds like somebody being garroted or strangled. This sounded like a baby crying. But we'll talk about babies crying in a bit and all. Really, really sad story.
So that is a little bit of information for a potential
You're having a
haunting
nice
in this
time?
area.
Absolutely smashing.
Before I carry on, I would like to thank all the 158 of you what you're watching.
Showing off now, aren't you?
No, you're doing well on there,
Showing
Ian.
off now, Phil.
How many you got?
50.
50. Well, we can add that onto mine, so that's 200 people watching. And hit the like button if you are enjoying this.
It's interesting down here on your own when you can walk in on your own.
Brilliant. Okay, so I hope you guys are enjoying this. I really appreciate you being here.
So if we move down here, there's a story of people seeing a monk in the window of here, which is really silly because obviously a monk wouldn't have been in that window. Unless
So
you're
there's
actually
reports
standing there
of
with
a
your
monk sighting,
in
okay?
that window just there. So it
All
was
right.
so prolific that the people, English heritage actually put a monk in the window, that they've got a model.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, a mannequin, they put it in a cloak and they put him in that window.
So the main story is that there is a monk what appears in this window.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they've got the shutters up now.
Yeah, but yeah. So
But that was the story. I've actually seen that myself. It's only about a year ago since I took it down. But that came from the story of the monks. Yeah. But the main story is up there. You see up there? That's the attic,
yeah.
and that's where the maid hung herself in the attic window.
All
Very,
right.
very sad.
So the maid has hung herself in the attic after murdering her child.
So now
God
we're going
bless her
down-
soul.
Yes, indeed. So we're going down the side of the abbey now.
So what we're doing, we are approaching the abbey, the ruins of the abbey.
52, Phil.
52.
They're all very welcome indeed.
They are. I appreciate every single one what's come by to stop this because
A figure of a lady has been seen over there next to the stream because apparently she hung herself in those trees. I'm not making this up. This is all urban legend and folklore from the area.
a lot of hangings.
Yeah, there seems to be. I think anywhere you get trees, you're going to get hangings, aren't you? But all this used to be part of Sherwood Forest, which is where you get your Robin Hood connection from. But everywhere
So,
says about Robin Hood.
what's the percent? Do you think Robin Hood would have came here?
There's a good possibility, yeah, because this was, do you know what's they call it now when they all went abroad? They went over to fight for for Jerusalem and all that, the Knights in Armour and all that. I can't remember what it was called now. It's not out of my head, very rare, it happens, but it has. But they used to come here, this was part of their trip on the way. They used to come here, get fed and watered, and they'd leave the horses up there in the gatehouse, and they come to Mass. Well, apparently that's the same time when Robin Hood was about, which makes sense. Over there has been a figure of a white lady who was supposed to have hung herself in those trees.
So what we're getting here, guys, is we are getting stories of hangings, sightings of
White lady?
white ladies.
So if you
So
haven't experienced anything like that down here, it could be tied into that.
okay. Right, we're making our way through.
Very clear now. See your temperature drop now because we're down at Valley.
I'm not cold now.
I'm not, no, because we are walking about. So.
Yeah, it's not too bad tonight.
No.
I'm glad the wind. It's not windy and blowing a gale and things like that, rain and stuff. So these
Yeah.
guys are getting a good, you know, they can see, they can hear us, which is good.
Right, we're now almost at the bottom of Witch's Drop, which is up there.
Oh, is that where we've
That's
just been?
where we just were.
So when we were telling you guys about the Witch's Drop, this is it. We are at the bottom of it. We've just been at the top of there.
And some people have walked across the bottom of here and heard a giant thud.
Have they?
Yeah, that's been noted by quite a few people, and that's been by people who've known nothing about Witch's Drop itself.
So witches have been allegedly
Thrown off.
thrown off the top.
But to survive the drop, you pull them over there, and it's actually called as Maltby Dyke.
Yeah.
That's Maltby Dyke over there.
Mhm. So we are approaching the ruins now.
So that's where I camped, up on top of there.
All right. You'll have known about it, Ian, if you fell off there, wouldn't
I
you?
would have, and I told you earlier, didn't I? I was scared.
Yeah.
That if I fell asleep, someone was going to pick me up. And
Do you know what
throw
you're
me off.
like when you're asleep and you're rolling about? You know, you forget where you are and you still think you're in bed,
You got a bit weary,
and then you fall.
and then you sort of die. Yeah.
I think you might break a bone.
I want to see.
So, this rock here,
Yeah.
what's this? Is this
Apparently,
natural?
Yeah, this rock, this is naturally occurring.
Yeah.
Apparently, the Abbey's not made out of that rock. Apparently,
Yeah.
this stone came. I think it was Scarborough or something
Oh, yeah.
like that. It came from. Oh, I've just seen a little rodent or something run up that little wall there. That's it. Like a little vole. on a wall.
So this wouldn't have had anything to do with the Abbey per se.
No.
Right.
Which
Okay.
people also automatically assume. But it's not.
Yeah, it seems a bit man-made to me.
Doesn't it? It looks chiselled.
Yeah, it does look chiselled.
I'm not
Look,
sure
it
about
looks a little bit too man-made to be natural, you know.
Yeah. So maybe it predates the Abbey. Okay, so while we're looking at it from this perspective, because it does look wonderful, we'll just go about a little bit of the history, as everybody wants a bit of history of the Roche Abbey. Right then.
So you guys should be able to see the Abbey.
So way back at about 1000 AD, all right, some monks came here from, I'll tell you what, I think I've got information written down here.
So what we're saying, what AD?
1000.
1000 AD.
So yeah, so just bear with me if I can find. I know. Oh, I think I know what it is. I do know this information, but I don't want to get it wrong for people. See, folklore and urban legend and ghost stories is one thing, but when you're talking about actual factual information, I like to get it.
This guy
So-
has come well prepared. He's got his notes with him.
We don't often do this because I don't remember it all. So yeah, the stream over there is called Maltby Dyke or Maltby Beck. All right, this is a Grade 2 listed building. It's owned by Lord Scarborough. I know that because I've actually met Lord Scarborough and asked him if I could come down here. All right, but the actual abbey itself is gated off. It's been put into the care of English Heritage. The abbey was founded in 1147, which I mentioned to you earlier, didn't I? On the north side of the beck. Now, there's an old story which we'll talk about in a bit about two landowners who cast a coin, wondering as to which side of the beck it was actually going to be made on. And the one who won it got it on this side, and the one on the other side, apparently, what's his name now? Found on the other side, Richard de Busley, the nephew of Roger de Busley, if anybody knows about them. The guy on the other side, I don't have his name, I will research it at some point. He went to his death feeling as though God had forsaken him, and to this day, his ghost is said to be riding around as a headless horseman up in them woods, and we'll talk about that in a bit.
Headless horseman, okay.
Here we go. The monks came from Newminster Abbey. The abbey is dedicated to Virgin Mary, built by the White monks, the Cistercian monks. This used to be part of Sherwood Forest, which brings in the connection of Robin Hood.
So that's something I didn't know.
Yeah, so it's
A connection to Sherwood Forest.
and Robin Hood, and he's supposed to come here for mass. At the height of its use was 175 monks of all different levels. Okay, here we go. The disillusionment in 1538 on the 23rd of June. The abbey was dissolved and the monks were sent off. Now, a lot of people seem to think that the monks were sort of chased away or were fighting the king's men and all that. It didn't happen
Thanks
like
for the
that.
donation. I
Oh,
really
69.
appreciate it.
69 people. So it wasn't like that. The monks were paid off. They were allowed so much money for the amount of time that they actually worked here. There was only one monk who actually died, apparently.
So there's only one monk what died.
Died during the disillusionment.
Just
yeah.
died during. Yeah, okay, right.
And one monk was given so they didn't pillage all the gold.
Yeah.
One monk was given the job of running off into the local area on the grounds. But let's not forget that the grounds of this place were massive. It goes on for miles and miles and miles, so it could be anywhere, and he hid all the treasure. Capability Brown regardened. He was told by Lord Scarborough to regarden the entire area. We covered it in dirt, and he grassed the entire area. And it was re-excavated in 1920s.
If we just stop there and tell these guys who Lord Scarborough is.
Lord Scarborough is one of the biggest landowners in Europe.
Okay, so the biggest landowners in Europe called Lord Scarborough, and what did he do? What was his role in what did he?
He owned the land where this was actually built.
Okay, he owns this land. Well, is he still alive?
Yes, there is one, but it's passed down through genealogy.
So, is he still own this land?
Yes.
Lord Scarborough.
And he lives about 2 miles from here.
So he won't own this abbey then, will he?
Yes, he owns the land that the abbey's on, so yeah, he does, but he puts it under the care of English Heritage.
Right. Okay. And you mentioned something about it all being buried or something.
Yeah, they buried the entire thing.
They buried it. I'm going to take a little walk down so you guys can see it a little bit more. They buried the entire abbey, yeah?
Under soil. And
under soil.
On top.
And so, are we talking this high?
Yes, right at the top. And which brings
so it would have been a massive hill.
You know the house at the top?
Yeah.
You know the 2 bay windows?
Yeah.
It was designed so when you looked out of the bay windows, it looked nice from that perspective.
Yeah.
And that's why they did it. They buried it all full.
And then, why would they do that?
So that they could entertain people. That was it. They could come here and entertain people from that house, and it looked pretty.
What's like cones and things doing over? Is that a car or something over there?
Oh no, there's a house down there.
Is the house a cottage? Lovely little place to live down there.
Indeed. So we take a walk down on the end here, right on the left-hand corner is where the graveyard used to be.
Right, okay guys. We break it to you nicer thing. These are the ruins. Okay, we're now going to take you to...
Should we take them up and show you where then bits of food and stuff are found?
Let's see this graveyard.
Yeah, let's go look at that first.
Let's have a look at this little graveyard. Okay, this is where... There might even be, bodies still in there, maybe.
I expect there will be, unless they've been excavated. I know Time Team came here. And they did some
Any guys aware of the show, archaeology show, Time Team, they have been here.
They got an idea of this treasure that I think they came.
Do you know if Time Team found anything here?
Only grave spaces.
Is that they're not found no artifacts, no coins, no?
No, I think we just found grave spaces. It's up there. Are we going to have a look? Let me show you these places where the cavemen basically used to go. I was thinking about sleeping under here, but then I decided it was a bit better out it way up on top of cliff face.
So where we're going? Oh, where the prehistoric man used to be, yeah? Well, allegedly.
Near this pit now. Up in here. This has all been done since. I don't know why they've done this. Somebody's come and
done a fire or something.
It used to be like this. They've brought these rocks off just recently.
It'd be a perfect shelter in here, guys. Just sit underneath here, You could sleep underneath here, alright. I think I could get my head down in here. Right. Right.
You get the idea?
Good shelter, this.
Indeed. So we can walk back down and get that. It's quite a large area to cover.
So we're going to show you where the graveyard would have been.
To be honest, it's really weird this because I'm not used to using a torch.
The guys have got...
The more light you use, the more space you overexpose. So the less you're liable to see when it comes to like sort of emanating lights or manifestations. So.
Is this somebody with us? I can hear a conversation. I've literally heard people talking. Did you not hear people talking?
No.
I literally heard two people talking with each other. Okay, well carry on. There might be, I'm sure there's somebody with us here. Every time I come to Roche Abbey, guys, at night, you can always guarantee that you're not alone. There's always somebody else walking about.
This is the graveyard.
Okay, this is the graveyard. This is the graveyard of the Abbey. How many people would you think, I mean, you'll not know exactly, but how many people do you think would have been in this Abbey?
What, working here?
Working here.
179 at its peak.
179 people in here,
Yeah.
and that would have been consisted of...
Oh, everything from knaves to people who were just gardeners to people who were sort of, you know, the proper monks.
monks.
There weren't that many monks. I think there were about 11, 12 monks. I'm just pulling that number off the top of my head from if I remember what I've researched on. But the rest of them would have been sort of training people who were brought in as youngsters
Yeah.
and sort of given into like the God and all that kind of stuff. So
Right.
there were a lot of gardeners, hunters, people breeding animals and stuff. It was a fully working community. And if you walk down to this end, past where the graveyard is, there's that stone coffin which we can show you tonight.
Right, guys, thanks for sticking with us. 168 people watching, 118 likes. Let's hit the like button, guys. And please, if you are enjoying this, please subscribe. And there is going to be a ghost hunt. Did a voice sound younger? Guys, I walked out of there and I literally heard like a conversation between two people. Like they sounded like two men talking. And I thought, oh, here we go, we've got some people here. But we shall carry on. We're not saying that's paranormal, but it was very strange.
I didn't hear it. So
I heard it with my own my ears. It was like somebody above me talking. Okay, where are we going to the waterfall now?
we're heading that direction.
There's a waterfall for you guys to see.
I've had some strange experiences in myself, but there's so many I couldn't really tell that there's more people. There's too many.
That's it. It always gets windy here at this point. Okay, guys, it's a little bit windy now, so please, we will.
When I'm shining the torch, there's a stone coffin, and people always thought it was either a coffin that weren't being used,
Oh yeah.
or they thought it was one which was made for someone who's not been used.
Where's the coffin?
It's just down there.
Oh yeah.
At the side near the doorway.
So that would have been the coffin.
No, it wasn't a coffin. It was full of water.
it would dub
people
the
went up
coffin,
to
yeah?
The altar, they'd wash their hands.
Oh yeah, wash your hands in it.
Yeah.
Right, I've just watched my son here because there's barbed wire here. And, I don't want to have a laceration while I'm down here.
So we're coming up to the dike here, and over there, if you see that building over in the distance where the torch is shining on, that's where Lee got the photograph of what looked like a monk.
So Lee has taken a photograph of something what looked like a monk.
Yeah.
I've not seen that. I'd like to see that photograph.
I'm quite sure we don't call it, it's all over the internet.
Is it?
Yeah, I've got a photograph of what I believe was a monk up the other end where we first started at gatehouse.
So there's lots of photographs about monks. Let's hope we can get some evidence of monks here tonight. Stick with us, guys.
You know what? I'm really bad, mate, because I get so involved in what I'm doing, I forget there's people watching on me.
I think people are more or less enjoying this. I'd like to think people are enjoying this. Like I said, I know people are subscribed to my channel because they want to see ghost hunting and stuff like that, but that is still to come.
Where you get moving water, you get paranormal activity.
Definitely, it's the spirits can use this energy.
The freaking cars in the water.
Spirits can use this, what's the name? Kinetic energy, is it?
Yep.
kinetic energy, and they can use this to manifest. This is potentially why, you know, there is hauntings here.
Well,
Spirits could be using this energy to, you know, manifest
That's
and
right.
things like that.
If when we walk through the woods, we'll keep quiet all the way up to waterfall because the story goes. Let me just we'll turn that on there, and we'll turn that around there.
You've turned around, that's it, you're on.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, the story goes.
No worries, Rowena. It's I'm glad you're enjoying it.
The ghost story goes.
Brilliant, guys. Cheers.
Back in the day when the monastery was active,
Mm-hmm.
the monks who were supposed to have given themselves to God, so obviously they couldn't get up to normal things, so to speak, would go off and meet the local ladies,
Yeah.
and they would get involved in things which we're not going to go into too much detail. And then the ladies would become pregnant. So the ladies would have the babies and bring them down here, all right? And then the monks obviously, because this had happened, it was classed as sacrilege. So they would cut the nipples off the mothers so they couldn't feed the baby. The baby would die, and then and they couldn't have any more babies. And then the baby was taken up into these woods and buried. And to this day, people still hear babies crying in these woods.
Okay, so they're another haunting. Do you know what I mean? Another haunting to babies crying. People have witnessed and heard the sound of babies crying.
So
You know.
we're going to keep totally quiet and walk up to waterfall.
We're going to keep quiet now, guys. Thanks for watching. You know, keep with me, keep with me.
In fact, to enhance it even more, we're going to turn all his lights off.
Oh, we're
Phil.
not.
We are, Phil.
Turn his lights off.
Turn
all
off
right.
everything. So you lot won't be able to see anything, but we won't be able to see anything either. So Phil's going to have to stay close behind me on this one.
Yeah.
All right, buddy.
Okay, we're gonna go silent, and we're gonna go in darkness. Okay. Can I just have this torch on the floor?
No.
I'm gonna break my neck.
Yeah, you'll be fine. I'll warn you. Stay close behind me, mate. Here.
I'm here. I'm watching my step. I don't know what I'm walking on.
That's all right. You're all right. Stay behind me. You're all right.
Yeah.
Turn your torch off. Turn it off. Get that torch off.
I'm gonna break my neck here, guys. I'm telling you. Night in A&E for me in here.
Look, okay, we can lose that, look. You see? Get your torch
Yeah.
off. Everybody tell him to turn his torch off. Right, you've got to start using your eyes. Right, if that here, you got your
Yeah.
hands. Hold on to that bag.
Right, I've got your bag, right? I'm holding on to you like a kid.
Right, okay. So now we need to keep quiet, walk in the dark. Because while you're not looking, it means you're using your ears more.
Right. So, guys, I cannot see my hand in front of my face. So we're just walking through, right? Right, owl. Your eyes do adjust, don't they?
Yeah, yeah. Can't we talk so we can get people's earrings or tell them to use headphones if they can. Try and use headphones if you can. Send your telly up. Okay, we're coming to some gangplanks now, alright? We're going to step up first. Alright, Matty?
Hold on.
Alright, hold on.
Yeah.
Right, it should be alright now, so just walk.
Is it pretty flat now?
Solid now, so no talking between here up into waterfall, okay buddy?
Mhm.
You alright everybody? Everybody listen, send your tellies up.
Okay, lights on.
Okay, so the walk's up there. If anybody saw anything or heard anything, can you
Okay.
put it in the comments?
Panic over.
You're doing
Right.
it, yeah.
I loved every minute of it. No, but on a serious note, you hear every, every sound, you embrace.
That's why I walk around here in the dark.
I struggle walking at daylight, never mind at dark. Right, we're at the waterfall.
Now this waterfall is said to be haunted by a white lady again because she supposedly a Victorian lady fell off this waterfall and killed herself on the rocks below, and she's supposed to be seen at the top of the waterfall.
So say that again, we've had there's a white lady apparently here, and
She's seen at the top of the waterfall because she fell off the waterfall and had killed herself on the rocks at the bottom.
yeah.
Now this waterfall was created by the monks in order to prevent moving water so they could wash effluent away
Yeah.
and they could get fresh water.
So this is the waterfall. Again, this is energy what spirits can use to manifest, communicate with us. So, brilliant stuff.
Okay, can you take
Take
a walk up?
one.
It's a bit weird from here.
It's a bit weird. When shall we start getting the equipment out? Have we got much farther to go?
We can do some stuff up in woods if you want.
Yeah, go up in the woods where it's nice and quiet.
Lots of people have experienced a dark energy which apparently doesn't like women.
There's an energy here which is said doesn't like women. Now just stop a minute. It's dogs. Yeah, thought I heard it.
This is called Kingswood, up onto the top of the hill here.
Kingswood.
Yeah, I used to walk through here at night as well and then go and camp on the top of the other hill. Again, I'll walk up here at night in the early dark.
You've got to have fell over one time too, haven't you?
Roots, yeah, I haven't, but you might do because they're not roots. This is one of the old routes in as well. This area up here is haunted by an old gamekeeper.
So it's apparently haunted by an old gamekeeper.
Gamekeeper.
Yeah, right. Let's see. Oh, whoa.
And that is the old path that used to come in. There's a road that runs across the top. And that is the old road that goes down. And
Yeah.
it comes in here. So that takes you from top of the hill down to here.
So we're hearing some strange. I'm hearing some strange. I probably just is animals, but I'm hearing some strange.
When people have walked up here,
Yeah.
said that they've heard monks singing.
They've heard monks singing.
I once heard something really weird. I got no torch on. I could hear what sounded like people singing.
Yeah.
And that really sort of thrashed me out a bit.
Oh, let's hope we can get some of this tonight. Thanks. We seem to have maintained a 168 viewership. This is absolutely fantastic. I appreciate every single one of you. Thanks for listening to this. And then we're gonna get the equipment out. And you've heard the stories, these alleged hauntings, the babies crying, and things.
This is where the Headless Horseman is.
And there's apparently a headless horseman as well. So okay.
Down here and across the top path.
And what's the theory behind the headless horseman?
He is the person, you know when I told you about flicking the coin?
Yeah,
He was the loser.
he was all right.
And it felt as if he'd been condemned when he wasn't, not condemned.
So
but
the
damned.
flicking of the coin, who won the coin, got the right, where they built the abbey, was it?
Yeah. The winner
Right.
had the abbey built on his land.
And the loser
Felt as if he'd been damned,
damned, and then he's now
riding around a headless horse.
motorbike. You're used to this, Ian, but every slight noise I'm jumping at.
Up on the far hill, I'll pass it later, I'll mention it later. Remind me to mention the one ghost and many ghosts. The duck. Mate, you'll be alright up here with no torch on.
A duck has maybe jumped out my skin.
I just hope a fox don't kick off near as well.
It's not that. I thought that was like a man shouting, and I thought, like, we've got the living with us, and I think that sometimes can be more frightening than.
When I walk up here and I've got no torch on, and my friends know that I do it.
Yeah.
You always get the feeling that there's someone standing right in your face.
Yeah.
And there's an area up here, I'll show you where trees close in, and it's been times I've just said no, and I won't go through them, and we'll go that far.
Why is that? Why?
I don't know, it's almost if there's something in them trees, and I will not walk into them when I'm there. I won't have a torch on, but not without a torch.
There's something about this part you personally don't like.
I'll go into anywhere, mate.
Yeah.
But this, even that gives me heebie-jeebies.
I tell you what though, I bet it's absolutely stunning during the day.
Beautiful.
In summer,
Yeah.
you imagine a leisurely stroll through here in summer. At night time, guys, it's like a scene from
Imagine
Blair
how
Witch
these
Project.
trees are. You see that trees have been
Yeah.
down over at rock.
Yeah, seen this tree. But we're like for connection here. Are we still streaming good?
Yeah, it's from this point onward I don't like.
Right, and so do you think this might be a good place to start?
Yeah, we've got rocks here, look, got some stuff here, we can do some stuff here.
Yeah.
There, I don't like it up there. If I'm doing investigations up here, I will put my dictaphones up there.
Right, and so we'll do what we'll. Whoa! I did. I'm jumping at everything. I'm jumping at shadows here.
Right, so I'm just going to put my thing on a stand. Just bear with me.
Right, and guys, thank you all. You know, you guys. We're an hour in, and we're now going to start doing some ghost hunting. Okay. I hope this information.
I'm just trying to relate as much as I can. I know it sounds a bit much. I'm trying to get.
I hope you guys have learnt something from this. You know, this bit of knowledge. Yeah, the guys are just talking about tea on here, so I think things have got a bit. Is that how bad things got? We're talking about tea, and I like what tea?
It's got to be Earl Grey, isn't it?
No, not Earl Grey. It's got to be a builder's tea. What is it? Breakfast tea.
Oh yeah.
A builder's tea with about 9 sugars in.
Right, if anybody wants to use a candle, I mentioned this before, if any of you guys want to use a candle, a good candle to use, he says, I bet I've lost my lighter, that'd be dreadful.
So, this here is a
9-hour candle.
9-hour candle. So you just sit with this on, don't you?
Yeah.
In the so this is energy, spirits could use.
Yeah, what it is, you know the light that we're using now, it's artificial light. So any energies which were around before artificial lights were about, they'll probably be confused. Candlelight, it's at a frequency they can adhere to and understand. So just because we've got all these lights, even then I will use, so it's just a plane.
Right.
I can sense you.
I'll see what these guys are talking about on the Facebook. How you doing, Joanne?
Thanks, mate.
Yeah, I'm very, very jumpy tonight. The Facebook chat are talking about tea as well.
Are they?
Talking about tea as well.
Where's tea coming to it? Both groups talking about tea. That's bizarre.
Yeah. The chat are saying that the signal is not brilliant here. Just let me know. If the connection's not great, we can move.
Is the chat all right on mine? Is the
Yeah, they're still talking on yours, but I think it's mine
Is
that
it?
they're experiencing. Just see what my signal's like.
Can you see?
Yeah, I've not got a bad connection here. Not too bad. It's not brilliant, but
Yeah. So we've got this candle. Look.
still talking about. Okay, guys, we're going to get going now. Okay, so we don't need to talk about tea. So what you done?
Right, what I've got a candle so it's going to draw energies towards us, all right? But we've also got the natural tri-field meter and a Geiger counter. And I don't know if your guys know what I'm doing with these. Well, the natural tri-field meter picks up on the ambient electromagnetic energy given off by nature. Not by electrics in walls or anything like that, it's from nature. And the Geiger counter picks up on actions and reactions at an atomic level. Way down there at an atomic level. So if something happens, you should get so many spikes per minute. And I mentioned to you, didn't I? I always call this the heartbeat of nature.
Mm-hmm.
So here we go. You're going to start listening to it clicking.
Shall we just move a bit back that way?
Do you want to?
Because the chat are saying it's all pixelated and they can't
Okay, we can.
hear properly and things. I have moved a little bit out of range. My signal has died a little bit, and I want these guys to experience.
Should we do it again?
Do it in the gatehouse, yeah. There, because we are pretty much in the middle of nowhere. We're starting to get out of range a little bit.
Alright guys, so we're going to go back to the gatehouse so that we can basically get everybody else involved as well, because we've got the YouTube channel running as well, guys, alright? I hope you're all enjoying yourself.
Okay guys, we're gonna get you some better signal. Okay, so we're gonna.
But this is a very active location.
You ain't left
We're
anything.
for demonic or dark entities.
Okay, let's make us way back there then. Okay. So this is an area for, you know, hearing babies crying. There's an area of where the headless horseman.
None of this is made up, mate. This is all collected from local people, local
Oh no,
communities.
yeah, I'm not disputing that for a
All the
second.
stuff to do with Robin Hood is that they can find all this information online if they look for it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because some people do, don't they? They will say, oh, it's a load of rubbish and blah blah, you're making it up. I don't make stuff up. I'm as
No,
stringent
yeah,
with
we
research into urban legend.
Nothing gets made up, nothing gets fabricated.
That's right.
It's, you know, it is what it is. So hopefully the signal should get better, guys.
What I wanted to do was just turn all lights off and just have the candle, and then
Yeah,
pick up on some-
we will. Yeah, once we get the better signal, we're gonna do it. Get the lights off, get the candle on, get the tri-field meter.
Imagine back in the day when Victorian times, for example, or the Dark Ages, when you got the wild boar and you got the bears.
Yeah.
All that would have been around here as well.
Bears?
Oh, bears, yeah, there's bears in this country, and wolves. What about introducing bears and wolves back into
I hope there's no bears tonight.
Now, they started introducing bears and wolves back into the Highlands of Scotland.
Yeah.
This is the natural habitat.
What's that animal in Scotland? Like a big cat. Is it the lynx? Yeah, I know there's something in Scotland, a very like a big large cat, and people mistake it for like a.
I know there's black panthers that can guard this in tigers.
Yeah.
I'm always aware of it. But this area where we are now is going to be the most haunted location at Roche Abbey.
The most haunted location in Roche Abbey.
Most things are experienced, felt, seen up here.
So the signal should be getting better now, guys. We're heading back. Yeah, I think the chat's saying that the signal's improving.
Good.
I think what we're doing, we're just walking really out of ways here.
Yeah, there's no point doing audio stuff at waterfall, you'll just let you up.
Yeah, but
So to walk across the top back to the gatehouse, might be.
okay, I appreciate. I can all keep saying it, guys, but you know, you guys have come to watch this, and I appreciate it. I really do.
We're around 80 on this one. We've stayed around
8.
about 80.
So Ian's got 80. I've still kept at the 168. So you know, collectively, that's quite a good viewing for tonight.
Tell everybody online that if you want to keep seeing the
If you guys are finding Ian fascinating, head over to Iain Lawrence Paranormal on Facebook, join his group, and you know, and occasionally he'll jump on a live stream, and talk to you guys, and you know, it's interesting, it's good stuff. Right, I'm really paranoid about this signal now. I think it should be improving. Because there's no point in us carrying on if nobody can watch. What's this here then? Oh, is this a stepping stone?
Yeah.
Are you seriously making me walk over this?
Come on, mate.
Is this a quicker way to the gatehouse, yeah? Right.
Got that. Dark
Bear Grylls who?
seen on here as well. Oh, we had an experience on here. We
Yeah.
had 2 video cameras, 2 dictaphones,
Yeah.
set up on here, and we were sat way down there with candles burning.
Yeah.
And we heard a noise right up the other end, and as I went up there, the ion count dropped totally off, and my tri-field meter started spiking right at the other end, and I knew something was happening. So I was so far down, and I thought, hang on a minute, it's drawn us away, and it was right. We came up here, and every single piece of equipment had been turned off
God.
on here. That was really weird.
Yeah, again, equipment, batteries draining is also a sign of something paranormal happening. Because again, these entities, spirits, you know, are needing something to drain off to manifest. So when we're asking questions, they need something to... Okay, we're heading back to the gatehouse. We're going to do some paranormal investigating to see if we can make contact. Oh, thanks guys, I'm glad the signal's back okay. Brilliant.
I'm not sure if I can't read my comments because I've gone too small on the screen, so I don't know if I'm losing signal or what.
No, your signal's great. It's going through great.
The pond up here was created by the Cistercian monks in order to be able to give fresh water.
Oh yeah. So it's like a man-made pond.
It is, and then they created the dike which goes through the abbey, just to take away all the effluents and all the old food and everything, to get food for washing and everything.
Right.
There's so loads I could tell them about the actual abbey itself and yet how it was built and everything, but it could just bore a lot of people and there's too much information.
Yeah. I think so. We've got the main information out across, haven't we? So we've shown these guys where the alleged hauntings are.
Apart from this one, which is going to be more or less the last one on this
Yeah.
end. Right, well, we'll do this as we're walking. Just up here, there was one person down in the abbey who said he saw a monk, and that's what happened later.
So there's a lot of sightings of monks.
Right. And then later on, as time went by, the butterfly effect ended up with all the local dignitaries and hundreds of people apparently were all stood on the abbey.
Yeah.
And they saw hundreds and hundreds of soldiers walking out of the woods over the abbey over the matter of days. And what it was, but it was so cool and so popular to see a ghost back in them days that everybody decided that they'd seen it.
Oh yeah.
But in fact it wasn't. It was one man saw one monk.
So what you're saying, it became kind of fashionable.
It became fashionable.
Fashionable to say that you've seen a
All
ghost.
the local important people and dignitaries decided that they had seen it as well. Next thing you know, you've got hundreds of people all seeing the same thing at the same time over a matter of days.
Yeah, it's same thing, isn't it? So if people are saying they've seen monks, people could come down here and say, oh yeah, I've seen a monk too, you know, it's... Brilliant, guys. We are, guys, we're going to do the investigation now, okay? So please bear with us. Guys, I do really appreciate every single one of you.
Are you having a nice time, Phil?
I am loving it, personally. I am loving it.
At some point, I want to bring you through.
Yeah.
And you'll just walk through on his own, and we'll spend quite a bit of time with no torches on. So
Yeah.
Mr. being here in dark, you really will soak up the place when your senses,
Yeah.
your spider
I'm
senses really
itching
start
to get the equipment out and see what we can do.
That's what I'm doing now, yeah.
We can do that. Cups of teas, guys. Couple of digestive biscuits. It's a standard, I think. Making me want a cup of tea, these guys in here.
I've been thinking about it now.
That owl's working overtime tonight.
So this is shortcut back from the waterfall back to the first station.
Okay, just a little heads up what's happening now, guys. We're heading to the gatehouse. Something a bit more visual for you, and hopefully we can, you know, get some kind of evidence. There looks like there's been a car coming down here at some point.
It's the gatekeepers,
Yeah.
the people from English Heritage, etc. All the gatekeepers that work for Lord Scarborough.
Yeah. Right. Lord Scarborough. And where does this Lord Scarborough live?
On the way to Furbeck.
On the way to Furbeck, right.
On the left hand side is going to Furbeck Hall, which is another haunted location of Greenwich.
Furbeck Hall, yeah. Heard about that.
I've been in it, there's people at Starlight. Walk around with candles.
You what?
Walked around it with a night with candles last night.
Have you? I thought you've just said you've seen a guy walking around with a candle.
We're coming into the second gatehouse now.
Right.
The spec.
We're approaching the gatehouse. I'm really impressed, guys. I've maintained a 170 people watching, which is good. So I like to think that I have kept your attention. Well, Ian has kept your attention. I'm just
rattling on.
Oh, we're here, guys. We're here.
So in case you pick a rock, there's these stones at the far end.
Quietest place. Right, we'll have a seat.
I want to get people close and personal, because I want them to be able to see what the track will be doing.
Right, and guys, I can confirm that we are doing it now.
Sorry about these people, I'm trying to touch so you can see something on the rock. There we go. Oh. Right then.
We're sat down now, guys. We can talk to you. I hope you enjoy that beer. Ghost Hunter. Let's do some shout outs while how are you doing? Night One, Tammy, Fran, thanks for coming on.
Why is he using a compass?
Above Paranormal, the Ninja Warrior. Thanks for. I'd like to thank all of my moderators for doing a sterling job.
I want to thank my moderator. I always forget the moderators.
Yeah. My moderators are absolutely fantastic on mine. It's a really nice bunch.
Always put your dictaphone on a stand or a piece of sponge to stop vibration coming through.
Michael Lister, how are you doing? Mark, how are you doing? I sort you a mod out, Mark. It's when I get time to do it. Jay, how are you doing? Jean. Kevin, if you can get me a nice hot cup of tea and some digestive biscuits to me now, I'd love it. I'd love it if you could do that for me. But, right, let's go and see what Ian's doing.
At the moment, I've got the National Spy-Film meter. In order for that to work properly, can you zoom in on it and have a quick look? Right, you see there you've got magnetic and you've got electric.
Right.
But to get electromagnetic, you've got to find the sun.
Can I touch it?
You can just a minute because it's not set itself.
All right. So this is what we're using. This is what I need to invest in.
Yeah, what it's picking up at minute is the electromagnetic energy given off by his hand.
Okay, so this device here, I technically can't touch that because it'll just get my reading. Do you know if I were walking about,
Yeah.
investigate it, it has to
It has to be put down and left to regulate.
sit static on a, you know. We're getting the candle lit.
So that we can get the relevance to the frequency range. Okay, so let's make sure my camera is pointing at this.
Yeah, the camera is, it's good.
There we go.
Are we doing Facebook chat? So let's do some shout outs on this. I'll keep this on here, keep these guys. Hiya, Leslie, Wayne, Daisy Robinson, thanks for coming. I like to say, guys, that all these names I'm reading out are becoming very familiar.
Yeah.
I'm starting to get to know you guys on a more personal level, and it's absolutely fantastic. You know, it's, you know, a lot of these names are coming through, and I recognise them. So, you know, it's good. Thanks. I'd like to add as well that if you are a fan of what I do, you know, you can find me on Facebook, add me on Facebook, Phil Sinclair. I don't mind you adding me as a friend, you know, I've got nothing to hide. And, you know, and find me on my, you know, Twitter and my like pages as well. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe. And on with the show.
The Geiger counter is working at the moment at 16 clicks per minute, and that's going to be variable. That is the natural radiation.
So can you explain this Geiger counter?
Okay, the Geiger counter is giving off natural radiation, alpha, beta, gamma.
Right.
Alpha and beta will be connected to particle. It's a particle radiation. Gamma radiation is a radio wave.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a radiation wave. Okay. The other radiation is connected, and the alpha and beta can travel so far away from particles. Yeah. But the gamma waves go a lot further. All right. But what it's doing is, I'm looking for this to spike at the same time as the natural tri-field meter, so it'll tell me that something's happened at an atomic rate and an energy level.
So if this device starts,
if it spikes,
you know, really like, you know,
it gives me
intense,
like 5,
spiky,
6, 7 megagauss.
This is like an anomaly.
Yeah.
So
no, not necessarily. It could possibly be in conjunction with something else.
Something else. So
equipment backs up equipment.
Right. Okay. So we don't instantly think that this is a paranormal and this is a ghost that's with us. All right.
And this is the Zoom H2N 120 degree surround sound dictaphone. So it's got 5 microphones in the top. So what I do with this, I orientate it to the location by using a compass and ensuring that the dictaphone is pointing north. Okay, so I put that into housing. I set the dictaphone up to north. So I put that down there and make sure that the dictaphone is, so when I'm listening to it in surround sound on the headphones, I can orientate myself to where this sound is coming from. Right. If you look at the tri-field meter now, you'll see it's just popping up to 1 megagauss. And that's just a natural EMF in the background. Just spiking. That's the naturally occurring. Now we shouldn't, on a normal tri-field meter, you shouldn't get any kind of spike here because there's no electric. Right. What I will add into that equation then is just get my bag of tricks. Just bear with me, guys. That's all they talked about for past half an hour. And then they're all talking about it on the air. Tea. As long as people are interacting, they can talk about what they like. Yeah, it's wonderful. Okay, is it okay if I put the millimeter down as well? Yep. So what you're looking at here, you're looking at equipment which is built for science, and you've got equipment which is built for the paranormal investigation industry. Right, whereabouts is better for the... Just there. Just there? Yeah, that's it. Okay, so what we've done here, guys, is I've popped the millimeter here. So that's another device which could potentially, you know, interact with something. Okay, so is that all his equipment? And we need a speaker for that, don't we? Speaker, so we can do some live. Yeah. I'll let you run that live EVP. I hope you're all having a nice time. That's a 65 here, mate. Still good. Still good. Like I say, I mean, it is getting a little bit late. Some people. It's a brand new Facebook group, so it's not bad going.
Some people
It's already
might
turned on, so it's on the thing there, look.
hear one, isn't it?
Yeah. So it's your output, yeah. There you go.
That's it. And then that.
So when you go to record, it might feedback. Just be aware of that. You might have to take volume down. So, are you going to do that? Do you want me to do it?
Just see if this is on full. Where am I? It should be fine. That actually. Right, and so
So we're going to do a session now. I'll let you ask questions.
yeah, we can ask the questions.
Ready?
Right, and
Bear with me. So got it down. Told you it would happen. Have you got volume down on that?
yeah. Sorry about that, guys, for earphone users.
Okay. In fact, no, I'll tell you what, we'll do it now. Right, okay,
Yeah.
Stop. Let's just stop. Did you enjoy that, everybody? Oh, wonderful. Right, so are you ready to ask some questions?
Yeah.
Go.
I would like to make contact with any spirit that is with me now. My name is Phil. Can you tell me your name? I've come here with honest intentions. I do not mean you any disrespect. Do you mind if I ask you some questions? Would it be possible for you to come towards the sound of my voice? Maybe you can come and sit down next to me. I will be asking you a series of questions. If you can do your utmost best to answer these questions, I will be extremely grateful. Okay, just come towards me now. Come towards this light.
You'll know when it goes, it'll go really fast.
So it's good stuff. It clicks, you know.
No, you'll
When
get
it will, if it
a
that goes,
full
it,
packet, yeah, it'll really spark. But that's got to happen in conjunction. That can happen anyway. So it's got to happen in conjunction with trifilmeter.
right. Do not be afraid of me. I'm here to assist you and help you. Okay. Shall we listen to that back? Whoa. Is there any particular reason why there's noises in the background?
Not really, it's not sure.
Just hearing like, I don't want to say footsteps, but maybe it's debris falling off the roof. Maybe.
Really?
What are we doing? Right, we'll play this back. Right. See if that's on full volume. I would like to make contact with any spirit that is with me now. My name is Phil. Can you tell me your name? I've come here with honest intentions. I do not mean you any disrespect. Do you mind if I ask you some questions? Would it be possible for you to come towards the sound of my voice? Maybe you can come and sit down next to me. I will be asking you a series of questions. If you can do your utmost best to answer these questions, I will be extremely grateful. Okay, just come towards me now. Come towards this light.
You'll know when it goes, it'll go really fast.
So it's good stuff. It clicks, you know.
You'll
When
get
it will, if it that
full
goes it.
packet,
Right,
it'll
right.
really spike. But that's got to happen in conjunction. That can happen anyway. So it's got to happen in conjunction with trifilmeter.
Right. Do not be afraid of me. I'm here to assist you and help you. Shall we listen to that? Right. So we've done a little bit of EVP session there. Hold on, has somebody just...
Do another one.
Yeah. Just go back.
This time we'll get the dictaphone running as well.
Okay. Ooh. Saints Row, thanks for the donation, buddy. Yes, definitely. If you ever come to England, hit me up on my social media. Phil Sinclair Paranormal, add me as a friend or whatever, and we'll sort that out, mate. I really appreciate that donation. It will be put towards new equipment. You guys have already bought my mic for me, so brilliant stuff. Things are improving and new equipment is being bought, so thank you very much. What are we doing now, Ian?
I'm going to do another one. Are you ready to... Do you want me to ask questions this
Yeah,
time?
you can do the questions.
What I'm going to do here this time is I'm going to make sure the dictaphone goes on the sponge. All right, guys, it's going to be right next to the gear. So what we're listening for here, I want to get a voice on the dictaphone in conjunction with spike on the natural trifilmeter. Yeah. So that's going to go. That's going up to like 4, 5, 6 megahertz.
What the fucking hell was that?
Don't panic. If you ever hear a noise, all like that, just don't worry about it. It's no big deal. That was something big. That sounds like somebody throwing a stone or a rock. So at this point, I know now that I need to
That
start
were like a
recording.
big boulder or something.
Yeah, I need to start recording now. If I've got stuff like that up, and I want to catch
You
someone.
you heard that, didn't you?
Yeah,
Right, I'm gonna calm down. Sorry,
I
but
didn't just feel it, I felt it.
sorry, mate.
So
That
what
scared me
I'll
to
do, when activity like that starts happening, I start asking questions as to if it's somebody who's doing it, to starters, if it's somebody up
Guys.
there on the top who's messing about, is it
Sorry,
something
sorry.
paranormal, and if it is something paranormal, last thing I need to do is to take my mind off it, I need to get gear going. All right, ready?
Right.
Right, so let's turn this, I ain't got my light on, so that's good. So the dictaphone is now recording, both of them. If there's anyone here with us tonight who wishes to make contact, can you please do that for us now?
Whoa, whoa!
Yeah, that's somebody.
You think it's an animal or something?
No, that's somebody. Just you continue to ask questions and I'll stand there. There's somebody up there throwing things down.
If that is you throwing things, please confirm it. You have gotten our attention. Can you tell us your name, please? Can I ask if that was you who's just thrown something at us? Thank you for making contact. If that is you, can you do something again for us, please? Maybe you could touch one of us. Is anybody up the area? That what was thrown felt, it sounded like you could hear the thud on the ground.
Somebody throwing a rock.
I hope that were nobody throwing a rock. Living sense anyway. Scared me to death.
First thing I'd consider is debunk. You've got to debunk it. Stuff like that is just done out.
I would love it. I would love it if that were nobody. If that weren't a human being, what did that? Because there were two things what dropped.
We both came from the same direction.
Same direction up here. Now, do you think it could have been an animal running about? What was it? What dropped?
A rock and somebody threw something to trade. So, just keep it with us.
Right, guys, I'm getting underneath here because if people are throwing stuff at us, you know. Okay, that might have gone off, guys. Just refresh, reconnect it. Between me and you, that was pretty crazy. You're doing a brilliant job in it. You're doing a brilliant job. I can hear voices. Can you tell me your name if that was you? Is that you doing shouting?
Yeah, a couple of kids have popped off.
Yeah.
Well, blokes, they've got better things to do.
Yeah. Okay, so can we debunk that as being them?
Yeah.
Okay. This is it. This is why we don't advertise, guys, where we're going. Because you've got people, we've just had some guys throwing rocks at us, so what a shame. What sad people.
So we can't verify anything from people down there, so
Yeah.
I'll check out the audio later.
Was that some guys then, yeah?
Just two blokes with face masks on.
Two blokes with masks on.
Yeah.
Somebody knows we're here and they've come out. They've come out just to come and disturb it.
So we'll do it another time as well, so we'll be able to get the full thing next time.
No, that's very disheartening.
What do you think? Is it?
The shouting is Ian has been shouting at the guys, like, just to get their attention, showing that we're here. So what's been happening here, guys, is that because we've announced where we are, some people have come down with face masks and throwing rocks and things, contaminating evidence.
I knew they were there, that's why I went up and got them.
So, you know, that I thought that could have been a potential paranormal thing.
I knew it weren't. It's too blatant. I mean, I've been
Yeah.
down here for years and years and years. There's no way
Yeah,
I've ever experienced
no,
something like that.
not for two things to happen at once like that.
So what we'll do, we'll take a walk back up to the top,
Yeah,
and then, well, I want to finish the entire thing off, so.
yeah. So we're sorry about that, guys.
It's a shame that stuff like
Sorry
that
about that, guys. It were,
Everybody gets their own entertainment in their own way, don't they?
yeah, it's a shame that's had to happen. You know. So I'll just pop this.
So instead of steady walk up. Next time we'll come down, we'll just tell you we're going. I think that in future, I'm just going to tell people I'm going somewhere, and then they just come along. I think they just come along anyway.
Yeah, yeah. We thought we could get away by announcing where we're going, but obviously not. People have got wind and they've spoilt it. But the main thing is, guys, that you have been watching this and watching me, watching Ian. We,
It's important to stay proactive and keep at it.
yeah, definitely.
I have to debunk everything there. I can't just take it for granted.
Do you know, yeah, it's put a dampener. But you guys have been absolutely fantastic. Thanks for watching, guys. Please like this video. Everybody like it now. Hit it now. Please subscribe. Please add me as a friend on Facebook. Like my Facebook page as Phil Sinclair Paranormal. So what we're going to do now is, guys, we're going to take you back up to the top. Yeah, just put my stuff away. Oh, it's so sad that, because
Yeah, there's so many more we can do in the future. I'd like to do a sit-down session just working with the spirit box and working with live EVP, and then reviewing the entire thing on dictaphone as well. Does that make sense?
yeah, absolute arseholes.
Mate. See, I don't get that. When I'm down here on my own,
No.
I don't use a torch. I
No.
don't use anything.
Well, you don't-
can't see your beams.
You don't tell anybody here, do you? So that's obviously. I know what's happened. People know I'm here. People's been aware of me because I'm from Maltby. And as a joke, they've come down here and let's disturb Phil Sinclair while he's doing his little paranormal session.
Well,
And that rock what were thrown, if that hit one of us on head, that'd be nasty because that had some weight to
yeah,
it.
it was a big rock that. You got deep.
Because,
Anyway,
you know, we felt vibration on floor. Got masks on.
funny thing is, when I climbed up,
Yeah,
I turned my torch off as I climbed up wall.
yeah.
They didn't even hear me coming up.
And what did they do? Did they run off when you shouted?
No, but because I took them by surprise, they
Yeah.
were both still laid on floor. Because I went up that wall,
Yeah.
climbed up wall, and they were still laid on floor.
Yeah.
It totally took them by surprise.
And then when they realised you were there, what did they do?
And then put the mask on. It's a bit late.
Yeah. What were they like? I look like Halloween masks they had on.
Yeah, a bit like that.
Or like something to cover the face.
Yeah. And he started getting a bit shirty with me, so I just basically, well, you can imagine.
Yeah.
We should have gone there anyway.
Yeah. Pretty crazy, guys.
So if we turn the live stream off when we get to the top, it's got a little bit heated. And I'll get it sorted out. I don't want to see anything like that on video.
I hope you guys have enjoyed this though, guys. Especially the first hour.
The first gatehouse will do. I don't like things like this reading too good.
No, it's put a right dampener on that. We can't do nothing now because they'd be following us about.
So these, I don't think following us about.
When I heard that shouting, I heard you shouting. I was like, I hope that's not them shouting at Ian.
It won't, mate.
There weren't even kids with it. It was just like
They're full-grown blokes.
bloke.
They're very funny.
Yeah.
So they just, I had a word with them, they just sulked off. So now we're heading back up the cobble path. It had a bit of interest, didn't it?
It's had a bit of drama. I really wish, you know, there was something unexplained for that, but you're always going to get it. I mean, even we could have carried on all night and not known they were there. Do you know what I mean? It's because we've told them on the live stream that we're going to the gatehouse, and somebody, what they've done here,
Yeah.
and they've,
Let's just hope they haven't damaged the car.
yeah,
I've known that before, I've known windows being popped through on cars for it.
no, for, just a little heads up, guys, that future investigations will not be announced where we're
Something
going.
like this anyway.
I know that people like to know where we're going and things like that, but we can't tell people, because people come, and it's for his own safety as well. I've always said that it's not the living, the ghosts to be afraid of, it's the living.
Well, I've enjoyed it apart from, well,
I've loved every single minute, and I do hope the chat has
well,
loved it.
was also, it goes to show that if something happens, we don't just jump on it and say, oh, it's a ghost.
Yeah,
It has to be debunked. And I'll do everything I can to do that.
yeah. So before everybody shoots off, please, you know, hit like on the stream.
I mean, I said there's many people on mine, but it's a totally new group.
Yeah, but you've done well on yours. I've seen a few chats. Yeah, the chat knows exactly what's happened. People have been aware of where we are. We know we're down here, and they've just come.
Well, this is where we come down here, and then we put it down there, where I said down
Yeah,
there.
and they've been sat on top at gatehouse. I don't find it, you know, it's upset me a bit because
Yeah, don't worry about it. You get it. There's a good chance of probably, I mean, we do, it has happened when I've known people get their cars damaged,
yeah,
but it happens. It's one of them things. No point getting too upset about it.
no, it's. I'm not. Well, I phrase it again. I'm not upset, but I'm disappointed. That's the word.
Well, next time, we'll have to do a little session at some point, mate. We'll come down without
Yeah.
telling anybody. We'll tell people what we do. We'll tell people what time and day.
Yeah,
We'll come down and we'll just do an audio real-time EVP session, and we'll do some spirit box work, and we'll have all sensory equipment all around it, see if we can pick up on it.
yeah,
And then because now we've already done the ghost tour, so we don't have to worry about that. So if I mention anything about the Abbey, people have got a good idea then
yeah,
of what actually happened. You know what I mean? Of the
Definitely.
location, about the hauntings, so they can make their own relationship to any activity.
yeah, definitely. So I hope you guys have, you know, I've enjoyed your guys' company on here tonight.
I have, it's been great, isn't it?
Yeah, you know, you make doing this worthwhile.
It's good to bring two teams together like that.
Yeah, it's
And let's not forget there's some people watching both at the same time.
yeah. There's people on yours.
That's right.
On who's, you know, who I'm familiar with. There's a lot of names popping up on these who I'm familiar with, and I'm just getting to know these people. It's absolutely fantastic. Please, you know, if you're new here, you haven't hit, you know, subscribed. There's plenty of content on my channel, plenty of pre-recorded investigations. The live investigations is the future. Please also, please head over to Iain Lawrence Paranormal, give him some love, join his group. He will be jumping on doing live streams, giving like scientific information regarding the paranormal. He's literally a wealth of knowledge.
We've got 68 people with me, mate.
68 people.
Yeah,
I bet you've got plenty of people wanting to join your group. I think.
I'd like to think so. It's a new group.
Yeah.
Tell everybody. It's a new group called Iain Lawrence Paranormal. Ian spelled I-A-I-N, and it's on everything from known hauntings, haunted locations, ghost tours that I do. I'll take you on virtual ghost tours. Also to the scientific side, about the environmental side, technical equipment, like scientific equipment, theory, scientific theory, and how it all relates to itself. So I'll look at all different variables concerning the psychical paranormal. That's what I try to do and keep it interesting.
And they are very fascinating. He jumps on for about half an hour and so and talks. It's good stuff. Sometimes he'll do a live stream.
Sporadically.
Sometimes he might head out in the what's the word?
Magic shed.
Yeah, or on a location.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. But what it is, this is how it works for me. Sometimes, like I was saying, I can be washing pots or I can be doing something in my garden, and they'll think, blimey,
Thanks for watching Hell's Bells.
I said, people need to know that, so I'll just jump on live.
Hi, Ghost of Britain. We've
Ghost of Britain are great.
we've had to abandon play because we've had contamination from
Contamination. That's the right way of putting it.
from masked individuals who's been aware of where we are.
Oh, and we're back to here.
And we're back here.
If I've got any damage on my car, I'm not going to let anybody know because it's all negativity. I don't want any of that.
Right, and guys, thank you so much for the 170 people which has just literally stayed with us all night. Thanks for listening to Ian. Thanks Facebook guys as well. Thanks for coming on. Have a look at each other.
There you go, everybody.
And say bye. Right,
Bye,
so
everyone. Thank you
last thing we'll do is add me as a friend on Facebook, like my social media, like my Facebook pages, follow me on Twitter, and subscribe and like this video, and head over to Iain Lawrence Paranormal on Facebook. I hope you have all enjoyed this tonight. I've certainly enjoyed it. It's such a shame that it's had to end. It's had to end like this, but that's what you get for letting know people your locations. This will not happen again, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, guys. And I'll see you all next time. I appreciate every single one of you. Good night, and I'll see you on the next live stream. Night, guys.